Welcome everybody to the recap of Game 1, and the Miami Heat back in business, back playing for the 36th time in their franchise history, and we have started off with 1-0. We had some really scary fourth quarter, but in the end, we did just enough to hold off against the Detroit Pistons. 103-102. Now, before I even talk about the game or at all, just a little bit unrelated topic. You see a little bit of a difference feeling of my room. I'm turning into a studio, and as you can see right there, there's a chair right there, and all that crap that's unfinished on that desk. That's a new desk. I plan on moving this setup where I am currently to over there, meaning pretty soon it's going to be a new look behind me with something pretty cool. So that's going to be the new setup there. That's the new chair. Actually, it's a gaming chair. So pretty soon there'll be some gaming videos, probably for another channel. But I don't know. I have to see. My computer's still not able to. Detect my Elgato. So. It sucks. It really sucks that I can't do gaming videos on this channel. But in the way, there's a silver lining in this. In the way, I'm kind of glad, because I would not have this progress of this sports channel completely. Or it's not a complete sports channel, but we did some concert videos. We did some beach videos. But no, majority of this channel is sporting content. I did 6 teams. Actually 5, not... Well, no, actually, no. That's true. There is 6 teams. Miami FC was that one team that did a vlog on, and the Tridents. Difference there. It was like they're the amateur league, the second type of thing. But that one rugby league that I saw is definitely a union for down in Florida. And then the 6th team, professionally, coming to Major League Rugby in Miami. So definitely some progress there. But either way, that's going to be a new setup soon. And now back on topic. Miami Heat versus Detroit Pistons. We win this game 102-103. In the first quarter, definitely a clash back and forth. Detroit starts off with the lead, but Miami was able to fight back. And at the end of the first quarter, there was a 3-pointer that Detroit wins that quarter 29-26. Then in the second quarter, Miami just takes over and wins this completely big time, 32-18 over Detroit, and we go into the halftime with I would say about as close as 15. Now going into the third quarter, Detroit had just a bit of advantage, winning the quarter 3 by 3, 28-25. And in the fourth quarter, Miami Heat had a 19-point lead at one point, and Detroit all of a sudden went on this 27-9 run, almost making this comeback in the fourth quarter. But the Miami Heat's defense did just enough to win this game. It took a miracle misses by Detroit themselves to give us a fighting chance. Detroit looked really good tonight. Under new regime, Monty Williams? That's the head coach name? Monty Williams. So he was a Phoenix Suns coach. They went to the NBA Finals. He was the coach of the year in 2020 or 2022. I think it was one of those 2 years. By the way, he knows how to win basketball. And under the new regime with Cade Cunningham, who has been there for a while, hasn't played much last season. He only played like 12 as far as I know. Hayes, Stewart, Durant, Thompson, Harris, Joe Harris, Bagley the third. Just those guys under the new regime. They play better basketball, and despite them being down 19, they were making the comebacks. And the stats are proven by Detroit. They had, let me see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find this. Yeah, here it is. 13 blocks in the entire game. 5 alone in the first quarter, 9 in the first half. 13 blocks. My God. So if I was the other teams playing against Detroit, I would watch out for Detroit. I think Detroit is going to be a sleeper team because they gave us such a hard time, especially in the fourth quarter. Again, no lead is safe, but just playing against Detroit alone, especially after tonight, is some worrisome. But then again, it's a Miami Heat. It's typical Heat game when they give you a heart attack and not executing and finishing off the game. It's just what it is. But for Detroit, definitely an improving team after one game. But first impressions comes on. Now, speaking of first impressions, Jaime Jaquez, definitely a player to watch this season, especially since it's his first season with the Miami Heat. He's been drafted. He has been drafted by the Heat from UCLA. So definitely a good future to watch from him. He has 6 points, and for him, he has some trick moves. Especially in his college days here in UCLA. He has the ball, pump fakes it, makes the player jumps, and then cuts in for a layup. My gosh. Jaquez is going to be an exciting player to watch in this season. He only shot 3 times out of all of them, and all 3 times he has shot the basketball, has made it in. Those are layup field goals. He has 6 points under his resume. First playing as the official Miami Heat, and has made first NBA points of his career, and he was 3 for 3 with 13 minutes in play. Now with him, he had a good hustle. He had a scary moment where it looked like he was gonna fall on his head, but thankfully that did not happen. That was so scary moment. Thomas Bryant, 8 points, a former Nugget. With Thomas Bryant, he is 6'10", a little bit taller than Bam. Has 6 rebounds. That's what to be expected from the big guy. 8 points. Definitely a finals experience player. Caleb Martin, only 2 points tonight. It's just with him. He was showing some rust in his time. Like he was on court. He was rusty. So this is a rough first game for him. Drew Smith. I don't think it's making his debut. Was it his debut? Yeah, this is his debut. This is his first season. He's a rookie. Or first NBA season. I think he was under G League for a while. But he gets one layup in for 2 points. It's a good congrats for Drew Smith. Duncan Robinson, 15 points, 3 3-pointers. Definitely a typical Duncan Robinson thing. Now for the starters, Kevin Love, 13 points, 3 3-pointers. Even the end of the game where he had that in and out bullshit, that could have given the Heat a little bit of a chance before what I'm about to speak to soon. Butler, I mean, what can I say with Jimmy Butler? He is a superstar, and he actually has a double-double, which is not surprising. But there is a career record for him. 19 points, 13 rebounds, and here's the important part. 8 offensive rebounds this game. That's his career high. His initial career high was 7 offensive rebounds. Tonight he had 8. And that 8th offensive rebound was followed up by a layup. So good for Jimmy Butler. Just a typical superstar that we have under him. Bam Adebayo, 22 points. Free throws have been pretty good. 7 field goals, pretty good. Rebounds have been pretty good, and some dunks. I mean, obviously, Kyle Lowry. Well, still a problem. 0 points. He pretty much did nothing. Just two rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Tyler Hero, 16 points, pretty good today. I think he was forcing it a little bit. I think he was forcing his shots, eager to get back and play basketball under a long time of injury. But 2 for 7 on 3 points. He's just gonna calm down a bit and then get things going. But yeah, that's pretty much it. 8, not 8. Was it 8? No, 13. 13 blocks. 13 blocks from Detroit Pistons. But it evens out because, you know why it evens out? 11 steals from the Miami Heat. 11 steals. And here's the difference between blocks off turnovers and steals from turnovers. Unlike Detroit Pistons when they blocked our shots, Miami Heat's turnover steals, we actually do capitalize on the scoring. So definitely improvements. First impression comes first. But yeah, you know, definitely a scary fourth quarter considering the fact that Cade Cunningham was playing good basketball in the fourth quarter. He has 30 points tonight. 30. Isaiah Stewart with 14 points. Durant with 17 points. Thompson with 4 points. And Hayes. Is it Killian Hayes? 10 points. The starters were doing good, but Cade Cunningham, especially has he not played a lot last season, has played like he has been here for a long time. And this is only his third season in the NBA, I think. Yeah, third season. He was drafted in 2021. He was a first overall pick by Detroit in the year 2021. So, third season, 30 points. Definitely scary. Definitely some improvements from Cade Cunningham with the following. But the Miami's defense did just enough. It was not pretty. Talk about scary fourth quarter. 19-point lead just down the drain, only to just barely winning it by 1 against Detroit Pistons. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this recap. Let me know what I did wrong. Let's just tell me what I did wrong with this recap. I think this is one of those shorter ones. But yeah, folks, our next game is on Friday on ESPN in Boston. Boston has some unfinished business against us. They're looking for blood, especially what we did to them in the Eastern Conference Finals. They have won this game against the Knicks, 108-104, I believe. But this game, national television on ESPN, 7:30 Eastern Time. Look forward for this game. It's definitely going to be a battle. I think it's going to be a battle. It's going to be one of those big tests. This road trip. Our first home game, done. Now we go on a 3-game road trip already. And then we go back on the first against the Nets. So, that's going to do it for this recap. Game 1 recap. Game 1 of the regular season in the books. And yeah, folks, that's going to do it for this video. If you have enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more content, because Miami 2G has it back. And when he does, he'll be right there with the entertainment you deserve. Heat basketball is back. I'm grateful. And I'm grateful for some more bullshit coming up in the Heat season. So yeah, folks, that's gonna do it. And I'll see you guys Friday, because tomorrow everyone is off. So thankfully there's that. And then Friday we have the game against Boston. And then 3 games on Saturday: the Hurricanes, the Panthers, and the Heat game. So Heat basketball is back, and I'm glad to cover it for y'all. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it, and I'll see you guys Friday. Good night, everybody.